The next thing is when the object comes across, it hits the player, so we have a cannonball hitting the player or the player hitting the turret. We want a color change to actually happen. That way there's a visual cue letting the user know, the player know that something's happened. They actually did hit what they thought they were hitting or aiming for. So let's go ahead and what we want to do is go into the turret. We're going to work the turret over so we can see it, and then we'll let the last part of it for the player, you can work through him. So for the turret, let's go ahead and open up the code. Again, remember you can double click on the turret script, or you can, if you had to open, just go ahead and open it back up again. So inside of here, what we have is the basic setup we had before. We have everything working through our random range values. We have our trigger enter. We have it checking for the magic orb. We have it applying the health and checking for the health, neither hitting it or destroying it. What we need to do next is actually add some color into it. So let's start off with a public color. We're going to start one. We'll just put one right here. Let's see. We'll do a public. And we're going to say color, and we'll say this is going to be the hit color, and we'll allow the user to define this inside of the Unity's inspector. So we'll just call it white for now. So this will be the hit color. Now we also want to make sure that we store the original color that comes up, so we'll place this down in our private variables. Let's just call another color here, and this color, let's go ahead and make this one, since it's going to be the original color, let's go ahead and just label this one as the original color. And for now we'll go ahead and just call this white. So at the very start, one of the things we may want to do is grab the original color. So for instance, instead of having the user define the color, we'll just go ahead and take the color that's on the turret to begin with. So we'll say void awake. So on awake, let's go ahead and grab the color that's on this current object right now. So we'll say original color is going to equal this get component, and we'll remember the color materials are all associated with the renderer. So we'll say render.material.color. So that's going to allow us to set whatever color is on the turret object to be the original color for it. Alright, so now let's go ahead and go down to our get health. So at the moment, get health is checking and subtracting. So we know that right here, it's guaranteed that when this happens, it's getting hurt. So if it's getting hurt, we can turn the color to a hurt state color, which is our hit color right there. So let's go down here, and for the for putting it here, let's not just drop all the code into here though. Let's make a new method. We'll make a method. We'll just call this one. Actually, instead of a void on this one, let's have it so that it's gonna do a hit and then delay for a moment and then go back to the original color, which means if we need to have some time placed in between it, we want to make sure we do a I-enumerator. So we'll do an I-enumerator, and the I-enumerator, let's just call this get hit. So inside of this one, we want to go ahead and do a get component, and we're just going to grab our renderer. Now we're doing a direct call get component each time. We don't have to do that. We could actually cache it once inside of awake or in start, but for the moment, just to get used to doing the typing, getting used to the words and the things that we're using, we'll just set it up like this. So we're going to say to start with, the moment we get hit, we're going to apply the hit color to it. But then after that, let's go ahead and do a return. We're going to do a yield return new, and we're going to say wait for seconds. And this one we'll go ahead and just define right here, but you could also define it with a wait statement above in a public variable. And then once it's done waiting, we're going to do a get component renderer again, and this time the material color is actually going to equal the original color. So now we have a quarter-second delay, and then it's going to go back to the original color every time it gets hit. Alright, so now, if we go ahead and save this out, if we go back to Unity here, let it compile. Once it gets done compiling, let's go ahead and push play. And what we should see is that when we go over here and we shoot, what we'll actually get is the flash, and the flash happens, but in order to make sure the flash that we see a color, remember inside of scene, the turret object, remember on the turret object here, our hit color was white, which means nothing actually, it doesn't look like anything shows. So the hit color, let's assume, let's say that we want it to look sort of like it's being hit by that yellowish orb. So we'll make this we'll make this that yellowish color here. All right. So next time we play, when we run through this one and we shoot, what should happen is when it hits, it actually should go into a yellow state there. But let's make sure, very important point right here, let's make sure we go back, and the one thing that we did forget to do, or I forgot to do, let's make sure that the enumerator get hit is actually used. So inside of the health, let's do start coroutine get hit. So remember, it's a start coroutine, it's an enumerator. So we start it, we run the get hit, and then we'll have the color change on it. There we go. Okay. So that's a good working through a problem right there. So now that it's compiled, we have our hit color as yellow. When I shoot, it hits and it turns yellow. And it has just that quarter-second turn for the yellow. So as many times as I hit, and I just keep on having it turn yellow. There we go. So that's going to be the basic setup for it. Do the same thing with the player. That way when the cannonball hits the player, maybe you want him to turn red, or you want him to turn dark black or a charcoal color, then have him set up the same way. When you get done with that part of it, then just come back and we'll continue with the rest of it.